I am the analyst of Falcons, Philip. I'm the analyst of Falcons. You might have heard me somewhere on the streams here. Glow.
I don't regret joining Zero at all. It was the best decision I could have made in the moment. The role that my dad played in my career is like my right-hand man. I am who I am because of him. Biggest what if, I guess Sweet. Sweet has been so close to winning. I think Sweet was one of the best IGLs in the game. Hot take, I don't think Zero's mechanics are insane right now. I think he used to be better.
Let's go.
Ended,
hey,
what you did accomplish with him. Would you say that teaming with Zero was worth it?
Me teaming with Zero is not a regret. Should I have rebuilt TSM back then when we did bad?
No.
I always ask myself, you know, am I being like a coward? Am I
no, you shouldn't
running away from a bad result and joining another team to not have to deal with rebuilding the team or staying on the same team? But
listen. My take on it, okay? My take on it. I don't think there is a human being on earth that teamed with Zero will ever tell you, I regret teaming with Zero. Teaming with Zero might be one of the best decisions anybody can take. I'm telling you. This is a fact.
Tanking even more bad results. I don't regret joining Zero at all. I think it was the best decision I could have made in the moment. Not only just because we did bad as a team, but TSM at the time wasn't going to really give us what we wanted as players, contract-wise. TSM wasn't like doing well as a business.
I heard this thing what he spoke. I swear to you, it's not from him. I heard it from many people except from Hal. And this is the first time what he's speaking right now, I heard. Yeah? And that he said like TSM wasn't even willing to give them what they wanted from this.
When there was an opportunity, an amazing opportunity for me to join an organization that was going to give me what I want. And not only that, like contract-wise, but also team-wise, I was like, this is just like a no-brainer. I got what I wanted. I got a team that I also thought we could win. It just kind of fell in my lap.
Isn't it
Apex?
Apex?
It was a complete no-brainer. I always do wonder, you know, what would have happened if I did stay and nothing changed. I know, like, contract-wise,
back-to-back win was nice, yeah.
I don't know if Evan would have wanted to keep...
So back-to-back win, my comments on this, back-to-back win, if you remember. I was still on Dark Zero at that time, when we didn't make finals. I think everybody in this room knows it, in this chat and in everywhere. So we didn't make finals. I went. I saw Raven on the before the finals. I said, Raven, please win this one because I don't want any other team to be winning it except us and you. So TSM and Dark Zero only. It looks and it feels amazing that only us winning it. And I was cheering for TSM at that finals. And I was so happy when I saw the back-to-back-to-back. I was a little bit with no hate to anybody else. I know that Optics was so close to winning it. I don't want to be hating, but I didn't want them to win just for that fact. For just being like Zero and Hal the only people that are winning the LANs.
Playing with me or Raven would have stayed.
David Mans, Joe Pro.
I have no idea.
Thank you for 11 months.
Me and Jordan would obviously stay together for sure. Evan would have probably left, or we would have had to pick up someone else. I'm not entirely sure. Who knows, honestly. But
we miss Zero too, Gloria.
I think it was the best decision at the moment.
He doesn't stream anymore.
Experience for both me and Zero, for Jen, and everyone else on the team.
How instrumental has your father been in your esports journey?
The role that my dad played in my career is just like my right-hand man. I would not even be close to anywhere where I'd be without him. He was the one that always was backing me into playing video games, I guess. Bought me my first PC, bought every game that I would want, taught me how to earn things and not be given things for no reason. There's like no words to describe, you know, his role. I think is just, if he wasn't here, then there would probably be no ImperialHal. I think that's probably the best way to put it. He, you know, when things were doing bad for me, I don't really remember the exact conversations, how it would go, but he would always be there for me to explain who I was, and I think he would have said, like, this is just the part of the journey, you know, it's easy to quit and stuff like that, when you can just keep going and stuff like that. There's no words to explain it. I am who I am because of him today.
Do you think your current team can beat TSM's Year 3 LAN run, first, second, and first?
Yes, I do believe it. In the very beginning of this team, or even now, like when we formed this team, I was getting the vibes of old TSM, how like we all communicate with each other and everyone's kind of like personality, and Kyle's, we're just joggers, you know, our coach, role on the team. Same thing, you know, the same role as Ravens. I think it's just kind of giving me like flashbacks. I would love for it to, you know, for us to beat that. You know, I was thinking we were going to do that with me, Zero, and Jed Burn. That's what I wanted to do. You know, I wanted to go first, but it's a lot harder. I think it's a lot harder than it was before with the ban system and POI draft. Way harder now compared to before, but I would
Thank you
always
very
like
much,
to think it's
Green.
possible and not impossible.
What did you say to the team, and how did you gain spirit within yourself to turn it around and have that run of games?
Nice question.
So we're in a bad spot or bad situation when it comes, you know, we're doing bad and I'm in a position to like say something and be motivational and uplift the spirits. I am like one of the last guys to do that, even though I'm the leader and I should be doing that. It was more so like Jordan and Raven, I think at the time, that were, you know, kind of doing that and not me. I wasn't really being negative at the time. From what I remember, I feel like
I remember
I
this
didn't
game.
really feel any different. I didn't feel negative.
I remember when
positive.
Snapdown came down and started punching.
my emotions and kind of focus on what was next. I knew if I did focus on my emotions, it would only be negative since we were at the time doing really bad. And, you know, that doesn't help anyone. I knew I was angry after I got like ratted on by Timmy's team in Wall. I kind of like used that anger in a positive way. And, you know, after that, we kind of just started clicking and winning.
Yeah.
But I remember Raven, you know, constantly would always say, you know, it's not over till it's over. And that was just completely true.
Yeah,
He knew that was
we
kind
miss
of like
reps.
my weakness of mine. I feel like I always kind of gave up after like the first couple games. I always believed that how you start dictates the rest of the tournament. And if you don't start how you're supposed to, or if you start bad, you will always end bad. That literally came to fruition.
He
when
just stopped
that
playing
tournament
or
came
took a break.
along. We were in 15th or whatever it was after game 5. I remember Jordan
Rips just
was
took a
saying,
break.
after every game we won, he was like, all right, guys, we're winning the next one. And then the next one, like, we just won more. And he just kept saying that after every game we won. Yeah, it wasn't. I would not take any credit when it came to that.
I want you to describe each of your previous teams with a single word. TSM with
Shit.
Reps and Alb.
Brothers.
TSM with Reps and Snipe.
Fun.
TSM with Reps and Verholst.
Winners.
Falcons with Zero and Jen.
Potential.
Falcons with Zero and Wxltzy.
Toxic.
Falcons with Wxltzy and Guild.
I can't say the future or future, I guess. I don't know. Future, I guess.
Who, in your opinion, was the biggest what if in the Apex Pro scene? The biggest talent but wasn't able to achieve what they should have, either through bad luck or because they left the scene early?
Biggest what if? It's a lot of them, I feel like. I guess Sweet, you know, Sweet has been so close to winning. I think Sweet was one of the best IGLs in the game. I think Sweet could be like the biggest what if he just didn't like leave the game early. I feel like he left the game early, in my opinion.
Hal likes
I
Sweet.
always admired Selly as a player. I think
Hal, if you look back all the time, he really likes Sweet. He really likes Sweet.
You know, he kind of like left the game also early. You know, he's the biggest what if, probably like best mouse and key player to ever touch the game. Yeah, probably those two.
Who's been your favorite / easiest teammate you've ever worked with?
My favorite and / easiest teammate to work
No,
with.
Sweet was very good for the game. Sweet was content for Apex. When Apex lost, Sweet lost a lot of its content. So much.
Is by far Reps. There is no person in the world that has understood me as a teammate more than him. I'm trying to like even remember the times where if he would like complain about, you know, how I would react to him or what I would say.
Yes, he loves Silly too, true.
He's literally the only person that I've ever played with that's kind of like accepted who I was. It's crazy that I like never thought of that, but I think, yeah, Reps is starting to close.
Which Apex LAN event was your favorite of all time?
Favorite Apex LAN event?
Back to back.
Performance-wise, definitely the 3 back-to-back-to-back wins by far. Actually, no, I don't know. I guess if we're talking about specifically LAN, it would definitely be the 3 back-to-back-to-back win for sure, champ.
100%.
Birmingham. When it comes to enjoyment, I guess it'd be the same one too. Yeah, it'd probably do the same thing. You can't beat the back-to-back-to-back. You're just like, you feel like you're on top of the world. Definitely that one, the Birmingham champs.
If you could build a dream team of anyone throughout the history of Apex esports, who would you choose?
Dream team of anyone I would play with in all time of Apex Legends. I'd go back to Albert Lely and Reps just because of nostalgia, and that's where it all started.
Oh my god.
I'm sure everyone would love to see that.
Oh
but
my
obviously,
god.
that team is outdated.
I did not expect this call. I expected him to say reps, but oh my god, this is
Wouldn't be good at all, I think, in this type of
surprise.
game right now in Apex. But if I was trying to be like more realistic, you know, best team of all time, like how would I gel? If Wxltzy was able to like speak fluent English with me on the same team, I'd play with Wxltzy. It would be me, Wxltzy, and I'll just pick up like a controller player, like disregarding my teammates. If I didn't have to pick a previous teammate or a current teammate as a controller player, I'd pick up like Koifel, I guess. Koifel. Yeah, me, Koifel. No, that would be a bad team. Me, Wxltzy, and...
Oh yeah, who's
Zap.
that?
Me, Wxltzy, and Zap. That's a good team. I think that's a good team. Me, Wxltzy, and Zap.
Your happiest moment in your career so far, and why?
Happiest moment in my career
First LAN win.
was definitely
First LAN
winter
win.
playoffs with Evan Verhulst
Okay.
and Reps. I think it was probably our first official playoffs with Evan at the time. That's my favorite moment by far. It was online. It was during COVID. It was my highest viewership ever in Apex history. We won the tournament, and it was my favorite just because everyone literally counted us out in
Yeah.
that tournament. Like every
Yeah.
single person.
Yeah, that's actually very true. That's very true. I even was like a little bit doubting he would be winning this.
And even my own dad counted us out in that tournament. Yeah, like having the doubt from everyone and the smack talk that everyone had towards us on Reddit and every platform you can think of, it kind of just made that like win just amazing. Like the most amazing feeling ever. We all just played amazing that day, and it was just a great feeling, honestly.
Do you like the current location of ALGS champs, and what's something you'd recommend in Sapporo?
I personally love the location of champs this year, or
Yes.
last year too. I just love Japan.
That's true,
itself.
Chip.
I've been to Japan numerous times. I just love the food there. Like the people there are like very nice. It's just like a different world over there compared to the US. And something to
Hey, Nasa.
recommend if you're in Sapporo. I didn't get enough time to go to places to eat that were like
Hangover?
insane. Because I was only there for like 2-3 days, 4 days. There was a
Wait,
place
what-
that I
what
went
was
to
yesterday,
Sapporo.
Glow?
It's like a location. I don't remember the name of it. They had a lot of like statues and stuff like that. I really don't know the name of it. It was really beautiful, and there was like so much snow everywhere. But a lot of people like took pictures, and I took pictures there, and I think I posted it. But yeah, I would have to like look back at the name. Honestly, anything that you do or anywhere you go in Japan, you'll enjoy it. But yeah, just be careful with the snow and the ice on the sidewalks.
Yeah,
because
it's
you can
slippery.
slip, like at any time.
Actually, Sapporo is so risky during the tournament for slipping. If you are going to next LAN, you need first of all get a real good shoes for winter, because the hole, it's ice on the ground. It's ice, like it's like really most of the time is ice, and you can slip in any second. So really be careful and be prepared.
Anywhere.
This is a bit of a three-parter question. Who do you think is the best MK player at the moment?
Best MK player at the moment. Zero, I'm not going to say you right now, bud. I'm not going to say Zero. Hot take. I don't think Zero's mechanics are insane right now. I think he used to be better. Like, instantly think of, like, Saucer or Vaxlon. Like, when I play TDMs against them, I feel like they both are, like, really, really good for mouse and key wise. People are going to definitely think I'm, like, insane to think that. I think Vaxlon is very underrated right now, so I'd probably say Vax is probably the best. Like, mechanically, I would say Zero is obviously more valuable than Vax, because it's an IGL, but I think mechanically wise right now, I think Vaxlon is like the best right now.
Same question for Roller. Who would it be excluding you?
Outside my team, best controller player, probably Unlucky. Yeah, I think that's a no-brainer for sure. Unlucky. He almost 1v3'd us the other day, so it didn't happen, but almost.
Who do you think is the most underrated player currently?
Underrated. I did say Vaxlon is very underrated earlier. I'm gonna be biased here. I think Wxltzy is very underrated. I think Wxltzy is very underrated.
No, Wxltzy is not underrated. Wxltzy is like, everybody knows that he's one of the top players. If somebody doesn't call Wxltzy one of the best players, then somebody has an issue. But I don't think, and Wxltzy's already won a LAN, you know? Like, you can't really put an underrated under winning LAN. If you won a LAN, you are not underrated. You already won the LAN. Everybody like will call you as a LAN winner.
He reminds me a lot of Jordan, like Reps, from TSM days. He's like, my co-IGL on the team right now, and Jordan was my co-IG on the team also back then. I think he's like that quiet guy. He's the guy that does anything for the team. He's that kind of like the rock
He
of
plays
the
for
team,
the he
and
cares
that's what
about the
Wxltzy
team.
reminds me of, just like Jordan was. And I think mainly the reason why he's very underrated is because he went from being a very
Hard
aggressive
fragger.
player
Yeah.
and being like the spearhead of the team to becoming the complete opposite role
That
of the
people don't
team
understand
for
still.
the sake of the team.
Actually true. That people don't understand still about Wxltzy, and still shit talk him all the time. Look back at Wxltzy's all times, like when he played in any role before in any team. He was sorry, Obaid's ads comes almost all the time. Good morning. Ariane, how are you doing? So he went from hard fragging into being a crypto. Like, you know how bad is crypto for the players itself? Like, it just actually destroys a player, and still it doesn't help viewer perception. Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know how Hal is treating him. Honestly, they fight together. I am not in between when most of the times happens. I think many people actually they don't even play crypto, so they don't look bad as well. Like you have a lot of control players that they refuse to play crypto because they know if they started playing crypto, they will just look bad statistically, and then people will just like shit talk them, you know. And that's what people don't want, and that's why they avoid playing crypto. Okay, that viewers wise, then it's true. Then when about the viewer wise and rated, yes, true. I mean, the players themselves, everyone knows how good Wxltzy is, but viewer wise, yes, I think it's a good call. If you like, because specifically the casual viewers that watches Hal most of the time don't know how good he is. Oh no, you are wrong, Nate. You are very wrong. You are very wrong, Nate. You are very wrong. So many people will look at the stat and say, oh yeah, that person did shit. Just because he's in crypto. Like people will open your stats after a tournament. You played 6 games of fucking crypto. 6 games of fucking crypto. They will look and say, oh yeah, the guy got in his 6 games 5k, 4k, 3k, and oh, he got only 4 kills. People do it. People do it. And this is stupid. And not only people, look at my eyes, even the players do it. Players should talk other players' stats because they are in crypto. So many people will just, and that's why I know many people, for example, I'm not gonna say Phony, okay? But so many people will refuse to play crypto. They are good players. They are good players statistically, like players as a players. They will refuse it because they either tried it once and their stats was bad and people started shit talking them because they don't know how good they are in the game. And they start looking at the stats only and says, that player is bad. Phony had a lot of shit talk in the past. Who remembers? Phony was called one of the worst players in history just because he was on crypto and because his numbers were bad. And Phony is not bad. Phony is not bad. I'm telling you, Phony is really good. And not only good as an IGL, Phony is good as a player, as a shooter. But people don't understand this.
You know, the benefit of the team, playing crypto and Newcastle and all these characters
Welcome.
They just suck.
Welcome to real life.
But are needed to be played and competitive. And that's hard. Like, you know, it's not so hard to learn, but it's more so hard to kind of put your ego to the side.
I don't think,
be like, hey guys.
Honestly, I think it's impossible to shine playing crypto with any two, and not only Wukoi and Zanyo. I don't think there is a single crypto who can outdamage both his teammates. It's impossible almost. It's like, it's mission impossible.
As you know, I'll do it. You know, I'm not going to complain about it. I'm going to do it.
No, you're not allowed to play crypto.
I just want to win, and then I'm going to do it for you guys. And, you know,
we know your crypto.
Not only for me now, but...
Oh, I thought Hal will do it.
Even for Zero. And he does it great. Like, honestly, like, you would think someone, like, you know, imagine me trying to play crypto, like, right now, it would be terrible. Obviously, it would take time for me to get good at it, but he does a great job of, you know, doing it, and I'm sure he could still go back to playing aggressive whenever he wanted to. So, you know, I think Wxltzy is very, very underrated, considering I feel like he's a very well-rounded player that he could play like any character right now, honestly. I don't like at any point.
Would you ever consider coaching if you ever decided to stop playing?
My immediate answer is no to coaching at all. Who knows? Maybe there's a time and place
Thank you for
where I don't have
25
enough
months.
time to compete, but it would be nice to have an extra paycheck by coaching, and I think I could be.
That's
very
true,
useful
John.
to the
But I
team.
said
would
again,
like
it depends
not
on
to,
people
but I don't know how I would feel
being smart and
not
understanding
having
this.
anything to do except like play games for
John,
fun.
this needs
So,
someone to understand
maybe
the
I'll
game.
still get that itch, or that itch scratched if I'm a coach and have that competitiveness in me. In one world, I immediately know, but I feel like there might be a chance that I still do it. Who knows?
Would you say that Zero has changed your way of looking at things in
Because he
being an
doesn't
IGL?
play crypto well.
I knew that question
Nasa.
was coming. The Zero, playing with Zero changed my
So, first of all, Glow, thank you for the gifted to Nate. 215 gifted. Holy. I don't think you can outdamage his teammates because he plays the crypto well. He outdamages his teammates because while playing crypto, because he doesn't really play crypto as a crypto player. He plays his shooter. He's just like running at people without even using his full crypto abilities, like going to the drone, enable his teammates, trying to do this. They run at people, and he's basically most of the time only like taking his drone out, putting it like just throwing it in the corner, just pressing EMP and just running at them without playing a lot of real crypto. Walaikum salam, Osama.
perspective of
An IGL.
who knows.
Listen,
Would you say that Zero has changed your way of looking at
Hero.
things in being an IGL?
thanks for the tier
I knew
1.
that question was
Thank you, guys.
coming. The Zero, playing with Zero changed my perspective of, I guess, IGLing and as a player. It like did for a bit. I did have obviously a different, completely different perspective when I played with Zero. I was not an IGL at all. I was, more of like a fragger. Yeah, more so a fragger than anything. I wasn't even co-IGL, I don't think, really. It gave me a different perspective of like damn, like why is he acting like this? Why is he so angry? Why is he lashing out? Like I feel like it's over the top, it's too much,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. But and I thought like, when I went back to IGLing, I was gonna be mellowed out and this and that, blah blah blah. But I don't like, I'm already like slowly going back to my old self already, and I can admit that. I think
Nobody
in the
knows
very
about this,
beginning, obviously,
Alex.
I was not myself at all, and I don't think there was anything wrong with that. It kind of just gave me like a selfish perspective of, or I kind of like understood why people are like bothered by the fact that, how I guess Zero acts, or I act, or anyone else that like acts similar to us. He also just kind of validated my opinion on the fact that people will never understand until you are in our shoes individually, me or Zero's shoes as an IGL, and that's just it is, that it's just like, that's just how it is, like I cannot explain to people.
Wait, John, is it you the one who making interview with them? Before John answers back, so what Alex wrote, that do you think it's a hot take that I'm the only one thinks that it was a brain dead for him to not play with them because he wanted them to get better without him? He is referring to Yuka. He did not play for like, I think, a week or two with his team, and he was just coaching them, but they were playing with a third person except him, not him, someone else, just because he wanted them to see how they play and they improve without him, and just like see them from outside. I think it was a wrong idea, but it's not my place to say how it should be. I think they should have played together. They should have had like certain stuff to be practicing together and have a real clean understanding about the game. I think they are just what they are doing right now all the time. They are running at people and trying to fight them, when it's working with Unlimit somehow, but I don't think this is how you should be playing the game. But they are doing it. Unlimit is doing it correctly, and somehow it's working for Unlimit, because Unlimit has a really two amazing shooters with one dedicated crypto. Their third is a dedicated crypto for them. I don't think they have a dedicated crypto in Fnatic, and that's why it won't work for them. When you don't have such a player, you should just play differently. You should just like find your way that fits your three players. I don't know how it should be the best play style for them. They should be figuring it out by themselves. Fnatic is like a team that I really want to see them doing good. I hope I see them doing good. And I think Yuka is amazing when he's a fragging. He improved as an IGL. I think he just needs to play with a IGL that helps him to take the best out of him. And Laika at that time was really amazing. Laika, I think crypto meta damaged a lot of players, damaged a lot of teams, destroyed a lot of teams, and same as Newcastle, and so many other teams shined because of that. But it is what it is.
I can, but people will not accept it or, want to accept it. They always see it as like,
John.
overboard or toxic and stuff like that. In a certain period of time, it changed who I was and it gave me a different perspective. But
Got it, John, got it.
Kind of dwindled away pretty quickly after I went back to iGelling again. So it didn't really change who I was.
Outside of yourself, who in the pro scene would you say has come closest to the standard that you've set in terms of commitment?
That's a good question. That's a hard question
nice,
to answer. Trying to pick someone that has as much commitment as me. Obviously me saying that is egotistical, but when it comes to
give me the options,
what I'm doing, I don't think there is anyone close.
I will tell you one of them.
Streaming every day and competing and
it's easier.
Ranked and doing
Zap is
everything
not.
that I do, but also at the highest level, I don't think there's anyone close.
Give me some options. I can tell you.
Obviously, people like Zero that have performed almost to the same level as me, but he doesn't, stream as much as me. He doesn't play the game as much as me. Not even close. So, that's the biggest difference between me and him when it comes to commitment. I guess if I had to pick someone, it would be Zero, just because of his,
Tech is not playing here green.
Not necessarily based off his commitment, because he doesn't, like I said, doesn't really play the game as much as I do and doesn't stream as much as I do.
Zaf, what did you do? Thank you very much for the 20 month. Okay, no TTS. Thanks God. It's turned off. Thanks God. Oof. 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 We can't hear it. I can't hear it either. So it means I even muted it myself for me. I just cannot hear it. What is it? No, it's not working. It didn't work. You got scammed.
I do.
Which two celebs
Thank you for 20 months.
Play a Pro Apex tournament with?
McLovin.
Two celebrities I
How
would
are they
play
doing?
a Pro Apex tournament with. Max Verstappen, because I just admire his competitiveness and his relationship with his father. I feel like how his father raised him kind of reminds me of my relationship with my father when I was competing and being raised and stuff like that. The actor, I guess, that plays Thomas Shelby, I forgot his name, is Cillian or Killian Murphy or something like that. I don't remember his name. Yeah, Cillian Murphy. I'll play with him. I think he's my favorite actor. So.
Agree, Glow.
Sorry, besides practicing, playing, what else do you like to do? What's kind of some things in your routine that you enjoy?
Most of the time, if I'm not streaming, I'm just spending time with my girlfriend. We watch movies, shows, we try to play other games, go out to eat. Recently, I've been trying to play Arc Raiders, I've been trying to play League, trying to play Battlefield, go to the gym, here and there. I love traveling too. It's one of my favorite things, experiencing new places and stuff like that. But obviously I can't do that, every day.
What do you think has had a bigger impact on top teams' consistency? POI drafts or legend bans?
What?
I have the same as everyone, some sponsor stuff for streams, but I don't think any one of them is a horror game. Otherwise, I would have done it. I'm going to do only sponsored stream from now on, because I'm streaming once a month or a week. If I will do another game just for this, it should be something sponsored. Otherwise, no reason.
It has a bigger.
I would prefer to do it Apex and do it like this. I would prefer to do it Apex and have people with me. If I have to do another game, it definitely has to be a real worth it stream as well, a
on team
sponsor.
Consistency, POI draft or character bans. That's really
Let's sponsor him to do. Let's sponsor him to do to stream every day. Listen. Let's do like this, yeah? The problem is, I told you what the reason, right? What's the issue with me streaming during the week is, listen, it's not about me not willing. Is the problem the international scrims are directly after my work, and so I finish work, I come back home, there is an international scrims. I can't really stream during international scrims. It just looks horrible. Imagine your team is playing and you are just doing and watching them, like a watch party for every team else. Yes, it is part of my job to watch everything else, but I should be focusing on my team too. So it feels horrible. So first, I cannot stream when my team is playing. International scrims finishes at 9 or 10 p.m. my time. 9 and 10 p.m. my time. So it's stupid to start stream at that time when I have to work next day. So on weekend, I promised you and I promise you every Sunday, no matter what, you will get a stream. Every Sunday. Every Sunday. No matter what. Stay on my Discord. Wait for my Discord. I might do something like, let's say, if when I have vacations now, Christmas, I have more time, meaning I can do... I'm doing it again. So after next week, I will have more vacations because it's Christmas. Then I can promise you to do streams. Then I can promise you to do streams during the day because there are no scrims, no work. I can fit stream in, and I promise you, I'm still with Falcons, Zation. Have you not been in my stream for months? That's why you don't know, Zation? Okay. Okay, Zation is like telling me, stop liking me, Priv4cy. The fuck? You haven't been around.
Good question. It really depends on the team, honestly.
Yeah.
Probably
we need
character
waffle.
Bans, I'd say. You would think POI draft
How are you doing?
But I don't know, after playing from like every POI or like a lot of different POIs, I think POIs are not, it's like kind of whatever. POI draft, obviously it depends also on the map. There's like a lot of factors in this question, like, you know, what map are we talking about? Because certain maps, POIs are a lot different. You know, when you go to World's Edge, POIs are a lot different. Like trying to compare you to landing Landslide compared to landing Sky West Trials, or landing Landslide or landing Climatizer. You know, that's like a very big difference, and obviously that can impact your game a lot. So with the newer maps, definitely character bans by far.
Yeah.
Because the POIs on the newer maps are a lot more balanced and even.
Oh shit,
when it comes to, like,
you're telling me you don't
like
care.
World's Edge, I think.
Do I like HAL or Wxltzy IGLing? No, I like HAL IGLing, sure. Wxltzy IGLing style was good, more for the fightings as well oriented, but I think I like more how HAL is, because HAL as well like depends on a co-IGLing calls too. Like it gives an information, get a lot of information from everyone.
Are bigger impact.
But Wxltzy is smart enough to IGL for sure.
I think just say character bans, just because character bans make people play different playstyles and play obviously different characters.
Ooh,
so
Zation.
that takes a lot.
Congratulations.
A lot more skill than it takes to play a different POI. I think playing different POIs is a lot easier than, you know, changing from playing Newcastle to Crypto, or going from Crypto to a more really aggressive character. So definitely I think character bans has impacted the consistency of teams a lot more.
Where would you like to go for a LAN? Someplace that you haven't had the opportunity to go yet?
A LAN I would like to go next, in location I've never been, probably like China. I've never been to China. I think like the Chinese fan base is pretty big when it comes to Apex.
Oh, if you go to China and we have like Shanghai major, I am going to take you guys to every Shanghai top secret good restaurants you ever see. I'm telling you, I have like some secret stuff in Shanghai. Look, but let me say something. I haven't been to Shanghai for 4 to 5 years. Since COVID. I haven't been. But before that, I was like so often in China. So often in China, yeah? So you don't even IRL stream. I don't IRL stream because I don't have anything for it. I don't want to do IRL stream because I don't know if people actually want that. So we go back to Shanghai. But I have a friends that they are actually in Shanghai, not like Chinese, but like they are like Germans living in Shanghai and working in Shanghai for long. So we got like kind of a secret places where like an amazing nice restaurants on the rooftops where not a lot of people know about. Pretty expensive, I'm gonna say, but they are really good. They're really good. There was a Fuda with a 13-month. No, that's not about it, Enfi. Not only that, like their play style is different. I think Hal's macro needs a little bit of a more work on, but like his macro is good. Zero's macro is already for like one of his best stuff he already accomplished or like established. They are different. Each one of them has his own signature, and a good signature.
So I feel like that would be like a really good spot to go. Maybe I was thinking Australia.
Natural things and learn things. You definitely need to learn to understand the macro of the game, to understand the how the game around you works. But naturally, you need to be able to have a good decision making, and especially on a micro level. But the rest of the things you have to learn. You have to learn the best the rest of the things. But if you have a good decision makings, that's something.
Australia, but Australia is just because of location. I don't know. I don't
Doing
think
my
it's probably
eyeliner,
like the least played
blah.
game in Apex, or at least played.
Tell us as well what type. Even send a picture in Discord for that. Glow. Announcing that on chat is a different level.
Region for Apex is
It's
Australia.
different
So
level.
when it comes to like player base,
Hello,
I think
Evo.
you know,
What
business
are you
wise, I
doing?
guess China would be the best.
Oh, yeah. If we have in China, will be amazing. So we finished this. We need a new videos. Hey, Shtatif, we have. Give me a second. I need to go for camera because I'm pressing on Discord to open, and they have no fucking idea in which chat will open. Good.